Today, we are going over my favorite way to fish a senko and some tips and tricks to help you guys catch more fish. Alright guys, so when I'm fishing the senko, the first thing I want to do is I want to find any structure or a bank with some cover on it, because with this bait the best thing to do is throw it around the structure and the cover, because having it being weightless, it's not going to get to the bottom that easily. So with this, we're going to want to target the fish that are hiding underneath the structures or staying close to the bank. So right in front of me we got a weed ledge with full of lily pads, and then just to my left we have ourselves a dock. So this is the type of cover I'm looking for. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and pick apart these lily pads, and then once we make our way up to the dock, we're going to cast up and next to the dock under this little pontoon type thing and really see if we can find ourselves any fish under this. So we're going to make a cast right along the weed ledge, casting into the lily pads. I mean, you could, because it is technically a weedless rig, but I don't think it would be much benefit. So and then this truly is one of just the easiest rigs to catch, to start fishing with, because literally all you got to do is it's just a simple worm with a hook right through the middle. And then how we want to fish this is this. Normally you can see your line. So right now I can see my line is, so if there's a fish right away, it'll start taking it, and then if there's not, you just want to gently bounce it right across up in the water column, letting it sink, counting to 3 to 5 before you do the same thing again. And then that's pretty much it. You're just slowly jigging it across the bottom throughout the middle of the water column. And normally you'll be able to tell if you have a fish before you even pick up the line, because you'll be able to see these guys moving with the line. So letting it sink for a couple seconds. There's one, guys. Casted right next to the end of the dock, let it sink for a few seconds, and this guy was out there waiting to eat it. Nothing big, but first fish on the board. But fishing structure with this rig is so crucial. It's one of the most versatile rigs, and it is really one of my favorite and go-to rigs out there. Whenever you're not able to catch any fish, always tie on a senko, a wacky rig senko, and that will be your saving grace. But we're going to keep picking apart this dock right up here. Going to keep fishing up in these shallows with the lily pads and seeing if we can get any more to bite. That was a good first fish. I think we got one right here. Yup, hooked on again. A little bit bigger fish. There we go. It's a little bit of a size upgrade. Whoa. Here's that one for you. About, I don't know, maybe 13, 12 inches. Not a bad little guy. But as I was saying, so that's a great example right there of, you'll be able to tell that you have a fish before you even have to touch the bait. Because right as I was about to reel in, I saw the line started picking up speed, and the line started taking off. So once that happens, all you got to do is reel right down and should be hooked up. Okay, here's another one. Feels like a decent fish. Not that nice. It was just stuck in some weeds, that's all. But nonetheless, fish number 3, that one came right off that lily pad bank. Here's fish number, whoa, let's get him back. But he came right off these lily pads, excuse me, right up here. Just casting right up next to them. And normally these fish that are hiding in there will shoot right on out and see what's up. And this bait's supposed to act like, you know, even though it is a worm, it's supposed to act like a dying bait fish, a crawfish bouncing off the bottom, you know, all these things that bass are so regularly eating. So truly is one of my favorite lures, as I said, and always one of my go-tos that I always have on stock and in hand, ready in case I do need to use it. But so far, 3 fish on the board and we're still climbing. We do have a storm rolling in, so we have pretty high winds, and you guys can see the clouds are very dark. But I'm hoping the rain will hold off for, you know, another hour and a half. But honestly, our day today will be limited by how fast the rain gets here and how bad these winds are. Luckily, we're tucked right behind some trees right here, so we're in a nice calm pocket. But as we make our way around this pond, unfortunately, we are going to have some winds, so I'm sorry for audio. But fishing in a kayak in the wind always sucks, especially with, you know, the ones that have the paddles, because it is so hard to paddle and cast and keep your spot, especially if you catch a fish. By the time you reel that bad boy in, you are blown all the way 15-20 yards down. So I apologize if the audio is all messed up. I'm going to do my best to stay out of the wind, but we're going to keep on fishing these banks down here. Just to my left, we have ourselves 3 huge fallen down trees, so I'm thinking we're going to get a few off there, but we're going to keep on going, and I will see you guys next time we get a fish. Here's one. Woo! Oh, I got nervous for a second, thought he inhaled that hook, but pop him off. Here's a look at fish 4, get him back. But we're about to make our way to these trees, but that fish came right off the bank again, right in the weeds. And this is why having a split ring is so crucial, and why I wish we had one today. But I don't know if you guys can see, but look at how badly this worm is just getting chewed up. So a split ring will basically prevent all this from happening, and you'll be able to keep your worms, because this is only fish 4 on this worm and it's so chewed up. With a split ring and a worm ring, you'll be able to probably get, honestly, 10 fish before you have a problem. So that's one thing. If you're going to fish this rig often and frequently, I always recommend having. They are super cheap off Amazon, really anywhere that you get tackle. You can pick them up for, you can get about 10 for a few bucks. So those are highly recommended if you want to preserve your worms and keep them longer than normal. Oh, well, there was just another fish, but missed them. There's one. A dink, but oh, don't want to get caught in that tree. But we did just catch him right off that tree. Like I said, I thought they were gonna get, son of a gun, he got me pretty good there. But as I was saying, this fish came right off this tree right over there. So we're just trying to flip it in any sort of cover that we might see. So we're gonna go ahead and fling one more back in there. But any form of cover that I set that you might, like I said earlier, any form of cover that you might see, go ahead and throw right into it or near it. Because with this thing, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna get your bites, you know, right next to the dock, right next to that down tree. I think we got another one. Yup. You're gonna get those bites next to the dock, next to the tree, next to the lily pad patch. Oh, quick release. But so never be afraid to throw where other anglers might be, because that's where you're going to catch these fish. But that's 2 fish now right off this tree right here, so I'm hoping that we can get, you know, maybe a third. Whew. Something just jumped right next to me. Something's busting around. There's one. Man, look at how cute this guy is. He's so small. Oh my gosh. So small you could use him as bait. But nonetheless, another fish on the board, so I'm not gonna complain. Alright guys, that is going to be it for this video. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it is starting to rain just a little bit, and I want to get home before the big storm. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video and you guys learned a few things. You know, like I said, wacky rig, you can't beat it. You know, we caught a few good fish, not too many big ones, but you know, still good to get out here and enjoy this beautiful day we have. But if you guys did enjoy something and learned a few things, make sure you go ahead and smash that like button, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.